Welcome back, everybody, to Water Player Concussion Sub Series. The year is coming to an end, 2022. Just before Christmas, a mini auction for Indian Premier League. We are here to look at the complete IPL 2023 squads after the mini auction. Last time when we did the preview, we have Power Pack panel coming in from all over the globe. We have Bangalore, we have Delhi, we have London, and then Adi from San Fran will join, and Akash finishing up his dinner in India, Bangalore. He'll be on as well. So we'll go team by team. Very excited. Syed and Ravee, welcome back. Chennai Super Kings, pretty happy you both look. How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good. It was a holiday, so had to do some roaming around the mall, shopping, watched a movie, Avatar.
Excellent. And Ravee, I see that you have Ben Stokes peeping in with a yellow jersey behind. So that definitely gave you a kick.
Great Christmas gift for all our CSK fans.
We'll definitely talk about it. And Mr. Shivam Gupta, Delhi Capitals, how are you feeling?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this. Actually, I was busy during the auction day, so could not be there on the table. So I had sent the, GMR uncle and the other guy, Paz Jindal, in place of me. But ठीक है, मतलब not the best of the work, but ठीक है, काम चलाओ.
संजय दुबे Santa Claus का ड्यूटी खत्म हो गया कल.
Santa Claus, इससे फिटेस्ट Santa कभी मिला नहीं होगा. उसमें टोन नहीं थी Santa Claus के. So I was super fit Santa. तो मैं सबको गिफ्ट दे रहा था. एक दो गिफ्ट IPL टीम्स को भी देने का सोच रहा था. बट हाँ, काफी इंग्लिश प्लेयर्स के लिए तो बेस्ट क्रिसमस हुआ है मेरे ख्याल.
Awesome. All good. Like the weather's pretty good. Like can't complain. Like California is the only state in the US which is not frozen right now, so can't complain.
Yes, lucky you. Good stuff. So let's look at it. So we're going to review the complete squads, starting with Chennai Super Kings, the four-time champions. Went in with a purse of 20.45 crores. So Syed and Ravee, firstly, your reactions about how the mini auctions is, and also talk to us how the squad is placed, who are the captain material going into next year. So Ravee and Syed, take it away.
Was pretty happy with the auction, right? So I think when we came in, most of the squad is already fit into the whole scenario. What we were looking for is mostly an all-rounder. As you know, Sam Curran was in the mix, so we were definitely going for him. Apart from the all-rounder, we were also looking at a foreign pace bowler. So pretty much happy with how it went. Ben Stokes was actually a great thing for us. Ben Stokes brings in a lot of things to the table, not just as a bowler or a batsman, also as a captain material, and most importantly, he's also a great fielder which comes to outfield. So when we let go Faf last year, we always had that fielding lapses when it comes, because it's always going to be Jadeja who's going to man the outfield. So Ben Stokes coming in will also fill up that kind of a shoe as well. So that way, Ben Stokes was a great addition, even though we let go Sam Curran, budget constraints as well. Ajinkya Rahane was okay. We needed a batsman, maybe as a backup to Rayudu or someone who can be that anchor role, which always CSK will look forward in the middle order. We historically had players like Rahane types, like we had Badrinath and we had Rayudu. Last time we had Kedar Jadhav, also one kind of batsman like that. So that way they wanted to fill up that slot. And overall, I think I am very happy with what happened with the auction. Couple of youngsters which come in, which most probably may not get the chance as well, like others previously. But Ben Stokes was a jackpot for us.
For sure. And Ravee, Ben Stokes, Rajasthan Royals went in neck to neck and 16.25 crores. Preview of the auctions, Sanjay and Shivam predicted that probably Ben Stokes will be the most expensive. How happy are you about Ben Stokes? And two, there are a couple of weaknesses in Chennai Super Kings, I think, there is no wicket keeping backup for MS Dhoni. If MS Dhoni is injured, there is no wicket keepers. And also spin attack seems little weak.
First of all, nobody is going to say no for Ben Stokes. So Ben Stokes is, if Ben Stokes had come front before Sam Curran and Cameron Green, he would have been the expensive player. I was still surprised how Punjab didn't go for Ben Stokes keeping so much of money. But yeah, of course, Ben Stokes fits the entire bill for CSK, and I don't see weakness as with respect to backup for keeper, because Devon Conway is there. for on a backup level for keeping backup. I don't, and Rayudu of course can keep also. If in case if it comes down to dropping Devon Conway and Dhoni not being available, Rayudu can still keep as a backup keeper. I am more concerned about the death bowling. I don't see any genuine death bowlers in this particular team. So that is my only concern. Maybe we have to see how Angar Keker evolves into this particular team because he has done really well in under 19 World Cup and Syed Mushtaq Ali tournament also. On that only the even spin we have Tikshana, we have that Solanki, we have Jadeja, left arm spinners, and Santner of course is already there, and we have that Nishant Sindhu is again a good left arm spin bowler. So spin wise, and Moeen Ali of course is there. So we have a leg spinner, we have off spinner, and we have a left arm spinner. We can't expect more than that. And if in Chennai anybody is going to bowl spin, it will turn. So we have a good spinning combinations there. I'm more worried about the death bowling. If Angar Keker and Deepak Chahar can come back, it will be useful. In fact, Tikshana is doing a lot of death bowling for Sri Lanka now. So if we can use him that way, we might. But still, I'm not very confident of our death bowling. And middle order batting with Rayudu and Dube, I am not very confident at all. That looks very weak. 4 and 5. RCB is more worried about 5. We are more worried about 4, 5, and 6. So our 4, 5, and 6 looks very weak.
Yeah, I think one is transition mode, and I agree with Ravi. The problem is that bowling, so much so that they had to give Shivam Dube of a last over against LSG, and he gave away 19 runs or something. Ben Stokes, yes, any team would love to have him, and maybe, and we were discussing this just prior to this with Syed and Ravee, maybe he'll be the captain for a couple of years before they hand over the reins to someone like Ruturaj or Deepak Chahar. But Jadeja and Deepak Chahar, two key players, if they are still injured, which generally doesn't happen, all players become fit for the IPL. So even though they are missing a lot of the international calendar through the year, so once they are fit, I think Chennai, playing in Chennai after a long time, I think they'll be right up there. So last year was a blip in my opinion. So it will depend upon how the middle order and the death overs pan out for them, because I think they will potentially struggle against some of the other teams when they are traveling.
My two bits on CSK. See, on one hand, you will feel that Sam Curran would have been better, considering as Ravi mentioned that the lack of death bowling skills at CSK. But personally, I think out of these three names, Green, Sam Curran, and Ben Stokes, I think Ben Stokes was the ideal pick for CSK. I mean, let's keep it simple. Dhoni captain for one more season, then you immediately switch to Ben Stokes. There you have a strong captain for at least 2 to 3 seasons. The only point is, considering he's the English Test captain, so if Ashes and other important series come at that time, and how passionate he is for Test cricket and all, there might be an availability issue, but the captaincy issue has been resolved. The whole Jadeja fiasco, Ruturaj not yet ready. So Ben Stokes is the perfect, that bridge between the handover from Dhoni to Ruturaj or whoever it is. The only issue that I see is that Pretorius has to play because they don't have any other good death bowler. I think Pretorius is good, with his slower balls and all his variations. Now the problem is if Pretorius plays, then Devon Conway cannot play because Moeen Ali, Stokes and Tikshana pick themselves up. You cannot have just one spinner at that to Jadeja in the team. So if Pretorius plays, then Conway can't play. Now if Conway does not play, then your top order becomes a little feeble.
Ben Stokes open for us.
Yes, but then Ben Stokes, Shivam Dube, Rayudu, all these three are in the same league. Go hell bent. There is no pure proper consistency at the top. Rayudu and Shivam Dube played those. I think Rayudu and Shivam Dube and Robin Uthappa played those blinders against RCB, but there was lack of consistency. So that's the only issue that I feel, that if Pretorius plays, then Conway does not play, and then there's a hole. Apart from that, I think Stokes as the captain is
Pretorius to play.
No, I think
Tikshana will be dropped, and Pretorius will play there. Instead of Tikshana, we can get an additional leggy, Solanki, or anyone. We can still manage with Moeen.
I don't know about Solanki, but if Solanki is a good player, then that's a better option.
Yeah.
one thing we all are
Perfect.
forgetting, or like it's not been discussed as much, is this impact player rule. That will actually ensure this balance is not a problem. So, for example, think like Deepak Chahar. He might be bowling like, not Deepak Chahar is a very bad example, but think like, I'll go to the Sunrisers thing, or Bhuneshwar Kumar. He's being horrible at the death for India, and like he's lost his mojo. Hey, all four of us of him at the start, then replace him, get Umesh, Umran Malik, or Karthik Tyagi, or someone else. So same thing can be done for batting or bowling, right? Like you have someone at the top, then kind of replace them. Especially this will give like all these bowling challenges which people are facing, right? Oh, we need like 6 bowlers. So this problem is kind of solved by these specialists. So if you have bench, especially of Indian players, it's very easy to have one of them bowl 3 overs or something, and then get the other one for the middle overs or the death overs. So we will see that happen. So it won't be that big of a problem as it was before. Before it was like, oh shit, you only have 5 specialist bowlers. One bowler gets injured or one bowler has a bad day. You have to bowl part-timers and teams attack them. Now you can replace that person, get someone on the bench. In the impact player, the rule is like 11 you have, and you have to keep 4 other players. I think no team will, unless Rajasthan or someone does it, they'll always have 4 foreigners, and all the 4 players for the impact player bench will be Indians, 2 batsmen, 2 bowlers, like specialist skills, right? So if someone's had a bad day, or let's say there's a bowler, you can replace them by a batsman, right? Like after, if you bowl first, or if you bat first, it's like the reverse. So that balance will not be such big of a problem this year, I think.
And
You don't
Akash,
forget we have the junior Malinga also in CSK.
Yes.
Don't forget. So
he has to get a chance to play though. Last season, I don't think they gave him
he
a
played a couple of
chance.
matches. So
No,
played
he
a
was
couple of
good.
matches.
Given his age and like initial matches, he was pretty good. So you never know, right? Like he could be your death bowler.
And Akash, do you think with this squad of Chennai Super Kings, they have chance to make it to playoffs? They are the 4-9 champions.
I think what was missing last year was somebody like Ben Stokes. Picking Ben Stokes, I think, was the master stroke which they hit in this particular auction. I know everybody was gunning for Sam Curran moving to Chennai Super Kings and all that. Getting Ben Stokes is the perfect move which Chennai Super Kings could have made in this particular auction, because, yeah, all-rounder wise, you can also look at Sam Curran, but if you look at a future captaincy perspective, I think there is where Dhoni can hand over the baton to somebody like a Stokes, and he can carry it forward for the multiple years to come forward. He playing in the middle order there, bowling in the middle overs, and also captaining post Dhoni's era. I think that's the perfect ideal thing which could have happened for Chennai Super Kings out there. So if you look at the top buys, Green, Curran, Stokes, I would say Stokes' move to Chennai Super Kings was actually the master stroke of this auction for CSK.
So happy campers, Ravee and Syed. Hopefully this season, you guys will get to the playoffs and lift the cup. 5-time champion is what you will be looking forward for.
But I personally thought probably we could have gone for one more leg spinner. Maybe we had someone like Shreyas Gopal or was it Ashwin Murugan, right? So maybe Murugan Ashwin has been playing his whole career in Chennai. He was up for grabs. I think he went on a base price. Even Shreyas Gopal is been playing in Karnataka. So I thought he also had, both these guys actually had a lot of IPL experience, and also they are decent batters as well. It's not that they are like someone who can't bat, right? So that was only thing I felt maybe a leg spinner, experienced spinner might come into play, considering we're going to play 7 matches in Chennai. That was, I think, probably one area could have been better.
Out of 11 players, we have 8 left-handers.
Yeah.
Conway,
Yeah.
Jadeja, Ben Stokes, Moeen Ali, yeah, Sandler, Shivam Dube. I can name a list of left-handers that we have in Chennai Super Kings right now will be in 11. So
And
Ashwin
all-rounders
will be
galore. A lot of all-rounders as well.
Yeah, all-rounders we have.
But I think that's a very valid point from Syed. See, because all these, when Ravee was spelling out these spinners, I think 80% of them are left arm orthodox, right? Jadeja, Santner, I think Nishant, Sindhu, your Moeen Ali is right arm off spin. Then Tikshana is a mystery spinner. So I think a leg spinner would have been ideal there. Perfect variation if they could have picked one.
So awesome. So few areas of concern. Hopefully the team stays fit, and playoffs definitely look like an option with the squad, well balanced side.